the table, my heart on my sleeve.
There's a book that I really learnt a lot from when it comes to sharing the faith. It was called One by One. That's WON, one by one, ONE, by Ron Rand. And he uses the acronym FRIEND to explain witnessing. I want to explain it to you briefly. You might want to write this down. F is for finding common ground. Instead of just bludgeoning people with the gospel like that young man we heard of yesterday, we find common ground. We make friends. You build up trust. You treat people kindly and be a genuine person before trying to just twist their arm into something you believe in. Find common ground. The R is for reveal your faith through your lifestyle. Show them Christ before talking about him. If you live like Christ and love like Christ and reach out like Christ, people will see you and they will see there's something special about you, and it'll open them up to a conversation later. And so reveal Christ to people by your Christ-like love. Then the I is for intercede. Pray and ask God to work in people's lives. And it's a good idea to have a list of non-believers that you're praying for, asking God to convert them, to show them the good news, and then waiting for an opportunity for him to use you. Intercede. And then the E is for express, because usually there is a time that comes for you to express your faith with words. There's that saying, preach the gospel, and if necessary, use words. Well, it's always necessary at some point for somebody to hear God's saving plan. And so express your faith. Here's an idea. Write out your Jesus story. Write out who you were before you met him, how he changed your life, and how he's part of your life now, and practice it. Tell other Christians first so that you can share it with others. 1 Peter 3 verse 15 says, always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope you have, but do it with gentleness and respect. And so be ready to express your faith, friends. Be ready to say, this is what Jesus has meant to me. Maybe you need to sit down and work out what you would say. And then N is for nurture. Nurture the friendships. Once you've shared your faith with somebody, show them that you're not just all talk, but nurture that friendship. And then D is for disciple, which is going to church together, reading scripture together, praying together, and so on. Friend evangelism. Isn't that a great model? And you know what, friends? Don't push it. If people aren't receptive, don't push it. Just go back to the F and the R and the I, and then wait for the right opportunity to try express it again. But I encourage you to use this. I encourage you to get to know this, write it down, stick it up, memorize it, and look for opportunities to take one of these steps every day, because I'm sure somebody in your life is longing for you to take the time to go through this with them. But as we said yesterday, instead of just jumping in and blasting them with the truth, go through these steps sensitively so that at the right moment. I hope this is a helpful one to you, friends. May it encourage you. May it equip you to share your faith with the great message of God's transforming grace.
When right